Starting lineup for the power forwards.
And a good Thursday. So the New York starting five. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. And for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3-slot. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways. But there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now, here's Mitchell. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
What a response by Mitchell. He takes those 3 points right back.
Brunson the pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. And stolen by Hunter. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Allen. Slammed home and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Josh Hart.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby. Confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. The Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Clock at 6. Holds it up there for Mobley. Stolen by Anunoby. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Here's Bridges. The kick out to Anunoby. Bridges a screen on Hunter. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. Will try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. The Cavaliers leading by 3. To Mitchell. Puts the move on, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
To the paint, stolen by Mitchell. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
2 minutes.
To the middle, here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And Mobley throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Brent, when you survey Jalen Brunson, going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
Towns kicks to Achua. Anunoby against Allen. For the three. Towns, no luck.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
They get it back. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Knicks. Trailing by 4. Bridges misses. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Achua, the pass to Bridges. From outside the arc, sinks the three-pointer. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers lead by 1. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Cleveland.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
And let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. DeJuan Wright is out there with Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Achua in at the 4 slot. Bridges attacking. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Bridges showing off his athleticism. He's able to get in there at full speed and still score.
And stolen by Anunoby. Towns, the screen, takes the 3. Anunoby, no good. The Cavaliers trailing. Mobley looking it over. Mitchell way outside. It's rebounded by New York. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And Wright kicks to Anunoby. To the inside, Towns. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
The drive by Mitchell. The shot will not fall. Bridges with some nice defense. Anunoby against Hunter. Towns for 3. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
It really is something else to watch a guy like Towns shoot from that far out.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Mitchell dishes to Okoro. 5 on the clock. A kick out to Mobley. And another miss by Cleveland.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Wright. Bridges outside. Now here's Achua. Covered by Okoro. Here's Anunoby for Hunter. That's short off the rim.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
The numbers will back it up, Brent, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. There's 1:54 left here in the second. Garland left side. Clock at 4. And they get it. And it's good on the way in.
That's pretty tough for Garland at his size to be able to score around the contest.
The Knicks leading by 7. Bridges, right side. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Here's Garland. Bridges with some nice defense.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And it's time.
Assist goes to
Oh, my.
OG
Karl
Anunoby.
Anthony Towns with a little extra emphasis on that one.
Thompson sets the pick for Garland. Thompson outside. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Here's Wright. Jerome with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Tipped away. Bridges with the steal. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the night here. And New York making a change here.
Shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Towns. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Garland kicks to Strus. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And sometimes it looks like for Garland the game comes a bit easy, whether making plays for himself or others.
Here's McBride. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Cavaliers screen team. Let's give them a big hand.
On deep, Brunson. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for New York. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
They've got Max Strus. Wade out there with Thompson. Then it's Darius Garland. And it's Jerome in at the point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Pass to Wade. Here's Jerome. Thompson, a screen on Brunson. Out to Thompson. Three-pointer on the way. The Knicks pull it in. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Brunson for 3. Likes the look and drains it. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. But that's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
6 on the shot clock. The screen from Thompson. A 3 from Strus. Trains it from beyond the arc. Strus has got his second basket of the night.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Hart, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Out to Wade. Off target from outside. New York leading by 10. Pass to Hart. Outside for Robinson. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And here's Brunson. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
An incredible job, Brunson just measuring off that floater.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. A 12-point game. Thompson sets the pick for Garland. To the wing on the left. Lets it go from deep. That one, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
McBride passes to Hart. New York moving it around. Here's Beauchamp, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Beauchamp's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Garland, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, Garland taking the bump that time, and pretty good focus on that play.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Pass to Beauchamp. It's Robinson high post. New York needs to get off a shot. From deep, Brunson. It's Hart on the wing. Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Back to Hart. A second chance effort. And again, it's New York.
Hart just whipping it away quickly, not giving the defender time to close out.
Garland looking it over. The 3. It's good from long range. Garland's got 8 points.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
They get the rebound. Brunson outside. The tray. He can't hit that time. The Cavaliers trail by 11.
Next foul. Miles McBride.
The Cavaliers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
The first one falls, and the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Jared Allen's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Mobley comes in for Dean Wade. Okoro's checked in for Garland. And it's Mitchell in for Ty Jerome.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Bridges outside. Towns a screen on Mobley. Back to right. Pass to Anunoby. Here's the three. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 11. It's Strus on the wing. And so it's the New York Knicks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Knicks, they've got Precious Achiuwa. DeJuan Wright is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the 5. In the corner, Okoro with it. Looking for Allen, he gets it there. And Allen slams it in.
And this is the threat that Allen gives you on the interior. Gets great position and then just jams it through.
Now, here's Achiuwa, covered by Okoro. The kick out to Towns. From downtown, it's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
Mobley the pass to Okoro. Now Hunter. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 13. Stolen by Mitchell. Mobley right side. Deflects the pass. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Pass to Okoro. Down low and stolen by Achiuwa. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Anunoby, and Anunoby slams it in.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Hunter against Anunoby. Pass to Achiuwa. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Isaac, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. It triggers a replay review by the officials.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's tipped. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Anunoby against Hunter. Towns sets the pick for Wright. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Bridges inside the three-point line. The kick out to Anunoby. Here's Achua. Off target from three-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Okoro dishes to Hunter. Pass to Mitchell. There's 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter. Hunter finds Mitchell. 4 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And the rejection by Towns.
New York ball.
.127 left in the fourth quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Knicks.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for OG Anunoby.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
In the corner, Okoro with it. Hunter, no one around him, gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Okoro showing his ability to find an open teammate.
Knocked away. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's Allen driving to the basket.
Donovan Mitchell.
New York with
the assist.
The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Bridges kicks to Wright. And he converts the layup. And the Knicks lead by 12.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
That's good by Mitchell. Achua with it. Bridges for 3. Can't connect. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is... Thank you for that, David. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid is out there with George. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then it's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. And for Cleveland, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell out there with Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer. Allen Iverson back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
Outside Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes. Hunter covering. Back to Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, George. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist.
Because he's a stretch floor with a reliable and consistent 3, George adds a lot to this offense.
Mitchell against Oubre. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Okoro, right side, launches the 3, hits the trifecta.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Yep, that one's good.
You know, Maxey finds all kinds of ways to score, and he knows only one speed. Flat out, all out.
Mitchell against Oubre. Mitchell drives in. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
To 3, George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Cavaliers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
The burst and power of Mitchell on full display. This guy's incredible.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Pass to Hunter. Takes a 3. He buries it from 3.
And that's easy pickings right there. Leave someone that wide open, and Mitchell's not going to miss them.
That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Mitchell. Allen outside. Pass to Hunter. Shot from 12. Outside for Mitchell. For 3. Good work defensively by Oubre. The Sixers lead by 3. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. The biggest focus on the defensive end, the big man, Joel Embiid. Coach telling me that they've talked a lot about how to defend Embiid. They have a great film session on it, but at the end of the day, he said Joel is a monster down low, so there's only so much you can do. It'll be fun watching the process do his thing tonight, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Okoro. Here's Hunter, bearing his 2nd of 3 attempts.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Maxey passes to George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
That's how you run the pick and roll. Maxey capping it off with the perfect pass.
Mitchell against Oubre. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight.
Great work collapsing the defense, then kicking it out.
Mobley with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Mobley touched it last. .40 seconds left in the first quarter. Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Look at Mitchell's commitment to his shot. Doesn't let the contact slow him down.
Here's George. Outside Oubre. Embiid, a screen on Hunter. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Okoro is out there with Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Mitchell. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Maxey against Mitchell. Embiid from outside. Oh, book it. Embiid, a triple.
Love the confidence from Joel. He gets the ball and knows exactly what he's going to do with it before he gets it.
Here's Mobley. And counted from 19 feet away.
You've got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Maxey passes to George. 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game. Let's go with a 3. Oh, Mitchell with a triple.
Mitchell has everything, including that 3-point shot.
Mobley against George. Ooh, the turnaround jumper counted. George has got 11 points.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Hunter can't get it to go. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Embiid, a screen on Allen. Oh, nice shot by Grimes. And it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
Nice job finding the open teammate that time. What a pass right there from Embiid.
Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the 3-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So, at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian. Yeah,
great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. The Cavaliers trail by 4. It's stolen by Oubre. Embiid against Allen. Embiid passes to Grimes. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got 4 rebounds now. Fires from deep. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Mitchell. Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Maxey surveys for 3. Connects from downtown. Maxey's got 13.
When Maxey is clicking on all cylinders, he is a tough guy to slow down.
George against Mobley. Fires from the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Philadelphia leading by 7. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. Garland against Walker. Outside Garland. Back to Wade. The 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Walker for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Walker's got his first 3 points of the game. Right side Garland. Out to Thompson. Can they get it? Pure from 3-point range.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. The Sixers on top, leading by 9. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Andre Drummond, and it's Council in at the 3. Yabusele, look that.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's McCain. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Pass to Walker. Cuts off the pass. Out on his own on the break.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Council. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Now here's Garland. No made baskets yet. On target from range.
And you pay so much attention to Garland, and that allows teammates to get involved.
Philadelphia leading by 9. Walker for 3. Strus grabs the miss. Pass to Council. Another shot. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Outside Garland. Outside Strus. Thompson, a screen on Walker. Back to Thompson. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to go on Andre Drummond. Cleveland shooting their first foul shot of the night. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Here's Yabusele. Pass to Drummond. Here's McCain. And the three off target. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 8. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
Inside, Garland outplays his size, using speed and agility to get it done.
Here's Yabusele. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, the Sixers' two stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. Yabusele. Drummond. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 5.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
Thompson, no good. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And the shot's good.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game. And the shot is good by Garland.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this season.
Here's McCain driving inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Cavaliers trail by 7. And it's Garland on the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. Garland's got 6.
Well, if you give Garland even the slightest lane, you can be sure that he's going to take it right to the rim.
Here's Walker. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Garland looking around. And the shot goes in. Give him 8 points now.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's Yabusele. Drummond with the screen. Pass to Walker. Lets it go from 11. And again, it's Philadelphia. The Cavaliers have gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. Walker against Garland. Here's Wade. 2 on the clock. And the layup is good.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Philadelphia on. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession in this way. True team basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Ty Jerome is out there with Darius Garland. Then there's Dean Wade. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Nice shot by George.
And sometimes with George, it doesn't really matter where he's squaring up from. If he's in rhythm, even from distance, you've got to get a hand in his face or he'll drain you.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
The Sixers lead by 7. Now here's Maxey. Here's Grimes. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle the guard position quite well.
To the middle. Here's Hunter. And Grimes pulls it down. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th. Well, the defenders stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
And Cleveland making a change here. Mitchell's checked in.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Pass to Hunter. And there's a 3-second violation.
That's a costly error. Let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And here are the 76ers. They're on a 10-1 run. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And the 76ers lead by 17. Pass to Mitchell. Mitchell down low.
And the fans love it. And Mitchell certainly seems to be enjoying himself on the offensive end.
Here's Grimes, and he dunks it down.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Well, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out, he can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up.
And Mitchell with the slam.
Driving inside, Mitchell uses his speed to get the better of the defense. They just can't keep up.
Pass to Embiid from deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries.
Embiid gets the bucket.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Mitchell. Mitchell bullies his way inside.
And standing just 6'1", amazing how effective Mitchell is attacking the paint.
It's George on the drive. Off with the layup.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Here's Maxey. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Hey, one thing about Maxey, he was just born to score. This guy is a bucket getter.
For 3, Allen. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 4 assists in the game.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
That one drops for him. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
From deep, Mitchell. Joel Embiid with the board. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the 76ers.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that anytime momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And what a huge performance it was for Tyrese Maxey.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today. Made great reads and distributed the ball accordingly. And guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. George against Mitchell. Here's George. Can't connect. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. To walk into enemy. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our.
76ers starting group. Oubre out there with George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2 guard. And for New York, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Brunson in at point guard. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchises.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
George looking around. Embiid sets the pick for George. And Embiid throws it down.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside.
Now, here's Bridges. Pass to Hart. It's hauled in by George.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Bridges. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. Anunoby outside. Hits it from three-point range.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. A little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
Drills it from outside.
That last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Now here's Brunson. With the floater, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Embiid with the screen on Bridges. Maxey attacking. Good on the bucket. Maxey's got his second bucket of the night.
What you love about Max is he plays with so much energy, it's hard to keep up with.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
And George, here we go. Oubre kicks to Maxey. Back to Oubre. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre. The Knicks have a number of famous fans, like a boogie with a hoodie. He's here.
Just one more thing that makes New York home games special. Games here just feel bigger because of the names in the crowd.
For three, Bridges. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Grimes. Finished off the break.
Get it out ahead on the break. That's what you want to do, and he delivered with that pass.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together, involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Bridges misses. The 76ers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The pure shooting stroke of Maxey, gifted at draining it from outside the arc.
And here is Bridges, following the three-pointer by Tyrese Maxey. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Embiid, the pass to George. Oubre on the wing. Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. Pass to Embiid. Launches a three. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. From past the arc. It will not find the hoop. It's his third miss. He has made 2. And it's Oubre off the drive. Here's George. Count it. George has got 5 now.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Towns. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And we just saw Cat at his best, pounding the paint, finishing near the rim.
16-12.
Here's Maxey. It's the three-point bomb. 10 points for him.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Knocks down the three ball.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain the triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Three-pointer by Embiid. It's rebounded by New York. Brunson scanning the floor. And stolen by Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Towns wide open. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Maxey. George is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the two spot. A nice shot by George. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screening. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
The Knicks have shot just one free throw early. 1 for 1 in the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Watch out when Maxey finds his groove like this. He'll just keep coming at you and at you.
Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. From deep three-point land. New York, no good that time either. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Poked loose. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. The fast break. Brunson's got it. Hits the three-point bomb. Brunson's got 8 points.
With how fast Brunson plays, his pull-up is really unguarded.
24.
Knicks trail by 5. Pass to Bridges. Count it.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. Right, he's checked in for the Knicks.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your New York Knicks.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. From deep, George. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Anunoby finds Towns. Puts up a deep three. And again, New York with the triple.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Pass to Maxey. Here's Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. That one's off. Still out of sync.
That's just a bucket that you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss that.
And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Embiid with the screen on Bridges. Another miss by Philadelphia.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Hart the pass to Anunoby. From the arc. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Anunoby against George. Inside, here's Towns. Count that one. Towns has got the lead up to 7 now for New York.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Takes a 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. The 76ers trail by 7. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
And it's Wright missing. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Yabusele, a shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's right on the wing. Hasn't made one yet. McBride's shot is off.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And a wide open look for Walker. And Drummond kicks to Yabusele. A 3-ball. Bangs home the trifecta. Now just a 1-point Knicks lead. Now McBride. This one for 3. That one misses.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
DeJuan Wright is out there with Miles McBride. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. And it's Robinson. And it's Beauchamp in at the 3 slot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Here's McBride. Scoreless thus far. Walker with it. Now Wright defending. No one near him. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. The Knicks with the lead. It's right on the wing. Guarded by Walker. And the 3-ball is good.
See, he had time to line it up. And you know what? He's capable.
Knicks lead 36-32.
Walker dishes to Edwards. Here's the screen. Pass to Yabusele. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. Edwards, good.
Edwards.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And right, here we go. Up top, McBride. There's a screen by Robinson. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Count that bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
That one's in there. The New York lead is cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Edwards. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. There's a screen by Robinson. And Wright kicks to Robinson. Launches from deep. Good D by Drummond.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to Edwards. Out to the right wing. Here's Yabusele, covered by Achua, beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's McBride. Achua, the pass to Beauchamp. Right wing. For 3. McBride's shot is off. Drummond with it. Robinson picks him up. Yabusele kicks to Walker. 1:25 left to play in the third. Pass to McCain. For the lead. A putback. It's good on the putback. Yabusele's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by. McBride with the ball. For 3, Edwards. They grab their own miss. Pass to Yabusele. Goes back up. And here is Drummond. Outside, Walker. Drummond, a screen. Walker's shot is off. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's a screen by Achua. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Robinson misses. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. It's a 1-point game. For the 3. Knicks with the rebound. Now, here's Achua to stop the drought. That shot, no good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. 76ers on top, leading by just 1. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the 76ers. Paul George is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Oubre. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. Here's Maxey. The long distance 3 is barely. Maxey's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
Knicks on defense. They trail by 3. Embiid kicks to George. Pass to Maxey. 5 to shoot. George with the screen on Bridges. There's the triple.
The work ethic of Bridges is really special. You see it on the defensive end of the floor especially.
The Knicks shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Hart finds Anunoby. Back to Hart. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First one falls for him.
2 shots.
And Hart drops them both. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's George. Pass to Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. There's the 3. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Maxey. Maxey's got 3 assists tonight. Brunson against George. Here's Anunoby. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The 76ers leading by 4. George dishes to Embiid. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Quick decision right there from George, not giving the D any time to react.
Bridges for 3. Oubre pulls it in. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Kicks it out to Maxey. From deep. In it goes for the 8th time in 2 tries.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Bridges shot. Good.
A capable shooter from all 3 levels. And Bridges with the smooth release.
53-46.
Can he keep it going? Maxey, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Bridges passes to Hart. Back to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And Bridges refusing to settle for the layup, locked in on throwing it down.
53-48.
Bridges against Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Stolen by Brunson. Anunoby kicks to Hart. Anunoby with the screen for Hart. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Now, here's Maxey. The 76ers again can't hit it.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Back to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting a chance to come up big for his team.
Maxey kicks to Embiid. The 76ers again can't hit it. New York's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. And here's Maxey. Embiid with the screen on Anunoby. Oubre inside the 3-point line. Yes! 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Anunoby right side. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Oubre finds Embiid. It's good!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
It drops.
Nerves never show through. Brunson as calm and cool as they come down the stretch.
And the dunk by Towns. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
This is how you completely steal the momentum. It's clear who is in control of the game right now.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast.
Here we go.
McBride with the ball. Mikal Bridges out there with Miles McBride. Then there's Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Maxey. And the call on the shot sends in. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Tyrese Maxey at the line. 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules.
It can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to do a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
The thing you love about Maxey is that he always has a smile when he's out there. He's enjoying himself, and he embraces the challenge that the game presents. For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
McBride passes to Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
McBride passes to Hart. Lets it go with the 3. Towns the screen. Here's Anunoby. Basket counts.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for a high percentage shot.
Knicks lead 64.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Getting up and finishing. Maxey leaving no doubt.
Oubre with the steal. Here's Grimes. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Oubre, a screen on Towns. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Oubre.
And the leaping ability of Oubre Jr. When he gets inside, this guy's determined to finish.
Bridges a screen on Maxey. Bridges outside. Towns against Embiid. Bridges passes to Towns. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. That's his 7th miss in 12 shot attempts. Pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes. Outside, George. There's the pick. Here's Grimes. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Bridges outside. Hart with the screen for Bridges. Now Hart. New York, no good that time either. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the call on Miles McBride. That'll be his 2nd foul in the game. Jalen Brunson has checked in for Miles McBride.
Into the lineup for your New York Knicks.
On defense, the Knicks.
Jalen Brunson.
Outside, George. Embiid with the screen on Brunson. And here's George for three. Cans the three.
And we know George can score from all three levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
Bridges kicks to Anunoby to stop the run. And it's Grimes with the rebound. So the 76ers win it. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but all right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Get ready. And the Cleveland starting five. They've got Okoro, Evan Mobley out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Max Strus, and it's Mitchell in at the 1. And for New York, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Towns in at the center position. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low. Tell you, it always feels great getting those first points on the board.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Jacks up a 3. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
Well, Okoro is a team-first guy that wants to involve his teammates. Pretty pass there.
Anunoby passes to Towns. Shoots over Mobley. The shot by Towns, no good.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Bridges. And Mitchell with the slam.
Oh, my goodness, a little force from Donovan Mitchell off his feet in a hurry.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But, Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
8-2.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Mitchell against Bridges. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Wright's checked in for New York. Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3 and D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You'll love the work ethic that went into that.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, down low. Towns passes to Wright. Here's Hart, just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc.
I'll tell you, Mitchell locked in on the defensive end. He's so good getting after it.
And he throws it down with one hand.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. Guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Knicks on D, trailing by 8.
Well, we all know that DeLon Wright has instincts as a scorer, but remember, this guy takes pride in his defense.
Anunoby for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And it's Okoro penetrating. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. A minute 58 left now in the first quarter. And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
Mitchell, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Mitchell's got 7 points in the game.
Mitchell does not let that 6'1" frame deter him from going in the paint. This guy has got so much confidence.
Bridges down low, covered by Strus. That shot, no good. Hunter with some nice D. Cleveland leading by 7. Pass to Mitchell. Now here's Strus. He's guarded by Bridges. And here's Mobley. Wide open look. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And the basket by Bridges.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Okoro on the wing. High arcing shot. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Anunoby passes to Wright. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They closed the gap over the last few possessions. Can they push through and grab the lead?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Here's Mitchell, and he lays it up and in. 9 points in the game.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a lot of energy for the Cavaliers, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Cavaliers.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
DeLon Wright is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hart in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Mobley. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland.
We have seen from Darius Garland, he has a real talent for making his teammates look good. Pretty pass there.
Hart from long range. Mobley grabs the board. Cleveland leading by 7. Doris, so much improvement from Garland since coming into the league.
Oh, no doubt, Brian. This guy is now a do-it-all guard. You can play him at both the 1 and the 2 positions. The versatility that he possesses is such an important aspect in the league today. Well, Donovan Mitchell off the bounce, able to put pressure on that dribble drive. That is a nice-looking move.
To the left side wing. Outside Anunoby. Back to Towns. Outside Anunoby. Towns, the screen on Hunter. He shoots. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. Anunoby's gotten his first basket of the night. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Hunter on the wing. And finished off by Hunter.
There's a reason teams put the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands. This guy, you trust him to make the right play.
Lets it fly. The Knicks rebound. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Jerome's checked in for Cleveland. For 3, Bridges. Cavaliers with a rebound. Mobley's got 5 rebounds tonight. Cleveland leading by 9. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Hart from long range sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Well, OG Anunoby is going to continue to develop his game, and that pass, that was pretty.
And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Here's Bridges, and out of bounds. The Cavs will take it. A new lineup here for New York. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Brunson against Garland. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I like the toughness required on that finish by Darius Garland. Boy, oh boy, that was nice. The willingness to mix it up on the interior, so important.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Allen finds Garland. Back to Allen. On the wing, Thompson. Achua defending. And rejected. And it's out of bounds for the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Okoro is checked in for Jerome.
Number 35, Isaac Okoro.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Beauchamp. The rebound by Allen. For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
B.A., it's incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. New York has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Inside. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And the shot is good by Garland.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
Down low. Here's Robinson. Achua with a screen. To the middle. Over Thompson. And it's New York with another.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate. And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
And the shot is good by Garland.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Achua with a screen, and here's Brunson from the arc. The three-pointer is down. Jalen Brunson. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Make some noise for your Knicks sitting answer.
A three from the inbound. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Cavaliers on top, leading by 3. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much. I'm here with...
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
This guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
Setting the floor for the Cavaliers. They've got Thompson. Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Dean Wade, and it's Allen in at the center position.
Carl Anthony Towns. Josh Hart. OG Anunoby.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in. Towns has got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, that's Karl Anthony Towns at his absolute best. The shot making incredible from every spot on the floor.
Okoro outside. Back to Mitchell from outside the arc. Mitchell, bullseye from distance.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, BA? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league. How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Pass to Hart. Out to Bridges. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him. Wright's checked in for Brunson.
Substitution on the court.
Hart with a screen on Mitchell. Bridges passes to Hart. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've led by as many as 11. Pass to Okoro. Mobley with it, covered by Towns. Mobley passes to Mitchell. Comes up empty down low. For New York, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Now here's Wright. Spins. Back to Anunoby. Wright with a screen on Hunter. Anunoby finds Towns. 6 to shoot. Nails it from 3. Towns has got 7 now in this quarter.
Now, the very definition of a stretch 4 or 5, whatever position he happens to be playing, Cat can space the floor.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Love the hustle from Towns right there, boy. Engaged defensively.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Knicks making a change here. Achua's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Garland's checked in. The Knicks with the lead. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021, and his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. To snap the cold streak. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. The size and athleticism of Evan Mobley. What a sight to behold.
Doris, back in January 2023, Donovan Mitchell became the 5th player to ever score 71 in a game.
Think about this, Brian. Just Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, and David Robinson had done it before Donovan Mitchell. Incredible company he keeps.
Mitchell with the ball, hard covering, and Mitchell with the slam.
Boy, if he's got momentum, you better step back. Donovan Mitchell on his way to the cup.
Pass to Towns. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That'll be a second foul of the game. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Jerome's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. He's checked in for Hart. Okoro is checked in for Cleveland.
Substitution on the court.
Achua against Hunter. Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson understands how to position himself and turn the lights out. Makes that easy.
And Mobley he throws it down.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Right, the pass to Achua. Cavaliers with a rebound. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Here's Garland. And Wright with the defensive effort. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
To the inside, Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? What a tough game.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And the shot is good by Garland.
Well, I like the no hesitation. Darius Garland knows you have to be assertive in catch-and-shoot situations.
It's Bridges on the wing. Here he goes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bridges has got 7 points in the game. That's 10. Stolen by Bridges. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Feel that rhythm, fans? Here's your Knicks Breaker. Thank you, Knicks Breaker dance crew. Keep it up for him, fans.
From the inbound. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for New York. 8 points in the quarter. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Hey, nice work tracking the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for New York?
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Here's Hart. Pass to Anunoby. Launches it. Sinks the tray. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Knicks lead 48-43.
Garland against Wright. Outside Hunter. Here's Strus. Back to Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Okoro up top. He's covered by Hart. Strus with a deep 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in.
Donovan Mitchell.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Bridges outside. Pass to Anunoby. And here's Wright, covered by Strus. Clock at 6. Anunoby passes to Towns. Shoots over Mobley, and it's New York scoring again.
Well, under duress of the shot clock, Towns calm, delivers, beautifully done.
50-43.
Anunoby against Mitchell. To the paint. Mobley passes to Okoro. Driving in. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Oh, this guy is just such a natural slasher. Okoro has just enough juice on that first step to force defenders to take bad angles.
He's perfect from the line this time. Knicks leading by 5. And there's a pick. Pass to Hart. Now Towns. From behind the arc. Is rebounded by Okoro. Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Mobley, and the layup is good off the glass.
This is what makes Evan Mobley so dangerous. A big who moves so well to the rim and right through the contact.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Yes, it's good.
Crucial play, using the height advantage to finish at the cylinder.
And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That's his first foul. New York making a switch here. McBride's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Garland's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Towns a screen on Hunter. And an Obi for three. New York, again, can't hit. And Mobley has got the ball here for the Cavaliers. There's the drive. Hunter on the wing. Okoro passes to Garland. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Okoro. Clock at 4. Back to Garland to take the lead. Hart pulls it in.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And Obi for three. Okoro, the defensive effort. Cleveland has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Now Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell taking no chances.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
McBride passes to Anunoby. Drains the triple. Anunoby's got 6 here in the quarter.
You can see that OG Anunoby wants the opportunity to deliver in a big moment and does.
Here's Mitchell. Towns with the ball. Mobley grabs the board. Now the Cavaliers with it. 2-point game. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What's the best strategy for him?
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done. So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Now McBride. The floater. Bridges feeling it out a little bit.
Yes! It's been great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's Garland. Outside for Mitchell. Shoots over Anunoby. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to OT, but they come up empty-handed. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Isaac Okoro out there with Mitchell. Then it's Evan Mobley. Then there's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Strus in at the 3 side. And it's blocked. And they get it back. Just 5 to shoot. In the corner, it's Mobley. Oubre with the steal. And now Maxey pushing it up, and no one back there to stop him. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. Strus with it. Pass to Okoro. Back to Strus. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And the 76ers with possession. George looking around, jacks up a 3, gets the 3-pointer to fall. George has got the game going here with the first basket for Philadelphia. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Back to Mitchell. It's Strus on the wing. And the 3 off target. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Embiid with a screen on Mitchell. Embiid wide open. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Mitchell outside. Mobley kicks to Hunter. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
The 3 from George. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Mitchell puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some.
What a response by Mitchell. He takes those 3 points right back.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Pass to George. Now Oubre. Back to George. Takes the 3. Hunter grabs the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
We've got 1:13 left here in the opening quarter. Mitchell left side. Now Hunter. To the wing right side. Okoro kicks to Strus. Shoots. Okoro shot is off. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. For 3, Oubre. That one's in, his first shot this game.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
George against Hunter. Over George. Hunter kicks to Okoro. Strus with it. Now defended by Oubre. And that one's good, Mitchell. Mitchell's got 5.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Stolen by Okoro. And here's Strus for three. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Maxey kicks to George. Over Hunter. And that one released in time, but no good. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Cleveland ahead. They lead by... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
You know, another thing they've done really well, I think, is get quality shots from behind the three-point line and knock them down, too.
George is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the two. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Mitchell passes to Okoro. Hunter with it. Back to Okoro. Stolen. Pass to Embiid. Lets the three fly. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mobley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Okoro finds Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Grimes passes to George. Oubre sets the screen for George. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 9.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Mitchell against Oubre. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Ball's knocked loose. And they're running. Here's Oubre. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And, you know, the evolution of Embiid continues. At 7 feet tall, he can look over defenders and make great passes, and he's got a nice feel for passing the ball.
Mitchell dishes to Mobley. Pass to Okoro. Over Maxey. Okoro's shot is off. Philadelphia's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the free ball here. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep, too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
Oubre for 3. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hunter, no one around him. Nailed from three-point land.
DeAndre Hunter.
Hunter's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Three-pointer by Embiid. The offensive rebound. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Assist goes to.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
From deep, George looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Mobley misses. 76ers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Fires the 3. That's good for George on the assist by Embiid. Embiid's got 3 assists tonight.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Three-pointer. The Cavaliers pull it in. Mobley's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Strus. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Here's George. He takes it in. Embiid kicks to Oubre. 17 seconds left to play here in the half. And again, it's Philadelphia.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter.
Strus passes to Mitchell. Embiid against Mobley. Here's Strus. For three, Mitchell. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers lead by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
27.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Thompson is out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Wade. Then it's Darius Garland. And it's Jerome in a 2-guard. There's Garland. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years. What's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Edwards can't hit. Cleveland's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Out to Thompson. I'm beyond the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Edwards passes to Walker. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Garland against Walker. Thompson, a screen on Walker. Thompson outside. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Big man on the move. Drummond running the floor, getting rewarded there with the hoop.
Pass to McCain. The 3. Goes back up, and he makes that one. Drummond's got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. A nice shot by McCain.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Thompson for 3. Walker with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Garland surveying the D. Wade kicks to Allen. And there's the foul. It's on Justin Edwards.
That's his first foul. Second team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Jerome passes to Wade. 6 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here to end the run. Jerome, no good. Philadelphia leading by 10. inside, Edwards. There's the pick. Driving inside. Plays it up and banks it in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Thompson, a screen on Walker. And here's Garland for three. Traps in the tray.
For three.
Garland's got it back down to within single digits for Cleveland. Drummond with a screen on Garland. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. Great look, but off the mark. Cleveland's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. To the paint. Here's Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
And you know, guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
Pass to McCain. To the inside. Walker surveying the floor. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and the shot is good. Drummond's got 6 points in the quarter.
And, you know, the reality of it is this. That's the maximum range on Drummond's jumper.
Now Wade. Allen outside. Garland, the pass to Allen. Back to Garland. Launches it. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead early. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Shooting one.
Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Front past the arc. And it's Drummond missing. Outside Garland. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And so it's Philadelphia, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Paul George. He's out there with Oubre. Tyrese Maxey out there with Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The drive by Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the unpredictable nature of Mitchell is hard to game plan against, especially when he drives.
Donovan Mitchell.
And he's good on the second. Here's Maxey. Takes it inside. Pass to Embiid. Oubre kicks to Embiid. Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. Philadelphia moving the ball around. To the middle, and stolen by Maxey. Launches a 3, and Kelly Oubre, good for 3. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the 76ers?
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it. And even without that 3-ball dropping for them, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And George kicks to Embiid. No good from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
The 76ers leading by 4. Maxey attacking. Grimes passes to Oubre. Left side, Maxey sinks the 15-footer.
Zero hesitation, Maxey. Great confidence in his mechanics and his work.
Oubre against Mitchell. And he drives in, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Oubre kicks to Embiid. Joel showing off the range.
And the slashing Embiid is impossible to match up with. Terrific at cutting off the ball after the screen.
Pass to Hunter from the arc. It's hauled in by George. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Here's Oubre. It's tipped. Stolen by Mitchell. Strus with it. Now defended by Oubre. Now here's Hunter. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Oubre on the wing. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Now Strus. Pass to Hunter. Mobley outside. Connects from three-point range.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Mitchell against Oubre. Strus with it. Hunter finds Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock to the left side wing. Latrey. And Embiid pulls it down. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
And that one's good. Maxey.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Hunter kicks to Mitchell. Hunter with a screen on Oubre. Pass to Strus. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Grimes driving in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 9. And Mitchell puts up a deep three. Can't connect from long distance. Here's Maxey. Misses there. So Philadelphia wins it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage. Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
teams know each other well, and safe to say, they don't particularly like each other.
And I think fans really gravitate towards that sort of dislike. It just puts an extra added ingredient of intensity on a game like this. So for the fan bases, this one's big.
Now, New York starting five. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the three. George, his shot is good.
And George, a volume three-point shooter. He possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
There's a screen. Here's Bridges. It's hauled in by Oubre.
Giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time. Somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Right against Maxey. George outside. Shoots over Anunoby. George's shot is off.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a three-point game. Well, when you talk about a classic 3-and-D guy, Paul George is one of the first to come to mind, Brent.
I agree, B.A. I think he's been a little bit underappreciated. But this guy, both ends of the floor, with the ability to score and defend, is elite.
Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse.
He said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Embiid. Embiid, a screen on Hart. Towns with a rebound.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Screen by Bridges. And Anunoby gets it to go. And that makes it a tie ball game. And Philadelphia has possession. Maxey surveys. Pass to Embiid. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Embiid's got his second basket.
Without missing a beat, Embiid gets the shot up. That's the work of an assertive offensive player.
Right against Maxey. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Oh, man, exploding to the rim.
Yep, makes the simple play. Maxey on the wing, pounded by Wright. And it's Maxey missing. New York has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Anunoby. And it comes off the front of the rim. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. Oubre passes to Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Wright. Shot is up. Maxey, that's good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
Maxey passes to George. Oubre against Anunoby. This one for 3. Oubre, that one's good.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Anunoby. 5 points in the game. It's stolen by Oubre. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Oubre's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, in transition, Oubre will feast on those kind of opportunities. Quick to the rim.
Anunoby for 3. The rebound by Maxey. Philadelphia leading by 4. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Anunoby for 3. Paul George pulls down the board. Philadelphia has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Stolen by Anunoby. Here we go. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. He drops it from range. Anunoby's got 8. The 76ers have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Pass to Grimes. Outside Oubre. And here's George. He's guarded by Bridges. They get it again. Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
You just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And so lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
But simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. They've got Miles McBride. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Achua. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Beauchamp and at the small forward. Robinson's defense is always a factor, Brent, and lately he's done a better job of staying on the floor.
Yeah, B.A. fouls have been an issue for Robinson, but the thing that he really needs to learn is it's not about blocking shots. It's about being in great position with your body and being more of a deterrent so he can stay on the floor to be more impactful.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Maxey against Brunson. Robinson a screen on Maxey. Brunson passes to McBride. Brunson surveys. Pass to Beauchamp. Shot clock at 5. Oh, got a piece of it. Embiid with a steal. George outside. Embiid a screen on Achua. And there's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. That's his first foul of the game. And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
Walker against Brunson. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the low post is good. Edwards got his first points of the game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Brunson outside. Drummond grabs the miss. Philadelphia leading by 4. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. Sixers Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. New York, again, can't hit. The 76ers shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Here's Beauchamp. The three-pointer off the mark. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, B.A., that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run. The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Counted from distance.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Drummond finds Edwards. Back to Drummond. Shoots. Philadelphia with another miss. The Knicks have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Robinson passes to Beauchamp. Robinson a screen on Edwards. McBride attacking. Outside Achua. Lets it go from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
A new lineup here for New York. Sinks it from distance. Walker's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Anunoby a screen on Walker. And here's Wright from the arc. Drummond grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 5 rebounds in the game. Anunoby passes to Hart. Takes the 3. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to McCain. With some arc. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Now here's Edwards. Drummond for 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. Here's Bridges. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Launches it from deep. The long distance 3 is buried. And it's a 3-point Knick lead.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
Here's Yabusele. Pass to McCain. Dives for it. Stolen by Bridges.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Towns, a screen on Edwards. Anunoby for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's stolen by Wright. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
It's stolen. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Knicks out in front, up 3. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, without question, OG Anunoby displaying all his skills today.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
George out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then it's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. George outside. Here's the floater. The layup misses.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Pass to Brunson. And here's Embiid. Brunson defending. Oh, look at the range. Joel is good for 3.
And we know Embiid has this kind of touch from deep. Nice triple.
Down low. McBride. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. McBride's got his first points of the night. Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. It's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
Off the mark there with a 3. For Philadelphia, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And it's Maxey missing. The Knicks with the lead. And now the Knicks on the break. Launches a 3. A nice shot by McBride. McBride's got 5 points now this quarter.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
There's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achiuwa. That's his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. Drummond to screen on Hart. Pass to Drummond. Walker with it. Hounded by Wright. Walker against Wright. Nice shot by Walker. Walker's got 5.
Now that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Towns, a screen on Edwards. Anunoby for 3. And the Knicks, another 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Pass to Edwards. Here's McCain. He's guarded by Bridges. Here's Yabusele. Still without a bucket. 5 to shoot. Outside Edwards. The 3 is up. Got a hand on it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Knicks leading by 6. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Hart. Kicks it out Towns. Fires the 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Edwards with it. And it's Anunoby picking him up. Towns against Drummond. Back to Walker. There's the triple. Here's Yabusele. Drummond with the screen. Yabusele, look that.
Now this is when the game slows down for a big man like Andre Drummond. He can make those kind of plays.
For 3, Bridges. No good on the shot. 76ers trail by 3. Pass to McCain. For the tie. Drops in the 3. McCain's got his second bucket on the night.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. The 3 sends it home from three-point land. And the Knicks lead by 3.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Here's McCain, and it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Hart passes to Towns. Back to Hart. Lets the 3 fly. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Hart. And it's off from three-point range. Outside Anunoby. Takes a 3. No luck on that one. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. New York out in front. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2 guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays. So valuable.
DeLon Wright. 3 points.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Wright in at the point. Foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Maxey. Pass to George. 3-pointer, no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Towns outside, 6 on the shot clock. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And yeah, this is what you like to see from Towns, using his size and strength to make things happen.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
What a performance from beyond the arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
He deked the defenders there, and they thought Maxey was going to dish to a big, but instead, he kept it and scored.
Right with the ball. Oubre picks him up. Here's Anunoby. Oh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Bridges outside. Ooh, ripped away. Outside Oubre. And there's the screen. The 3-ball. Knocks it down from distance.
Good touch there. Oubre outside the 3-point arc and knocks one down.
Knicks leading by 3. Towns left side. Anunoby finds right. Bridges outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Embiid's got space. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Right, pass to Hart. Here's the 3. And play stops as it looks like an over-the-back call here.
The way he was going over and through the man in front of him, he should have known the whistle was coming.
Yeah, energy is good, but not smart there trying to go through somebody on that play.
Brunson is checked in for New York. So they take the lead. And the 76ers lead by 2.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Three-pointer Bridges nails it from beyond the arc.
And Bridges elevating his game.
Woo! Left side, Oubre puts up a 3. Towns with a rebound. The Knicks have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the 4th. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. That's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
George the 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 11. Here's Brunson outside. Paul George pulls down the board. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Maxey finds George. And another miss by Philadelphia.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Here's Brunson outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 13-5 run. Screen by Embiid. From the high post. The Sixers again can't hit.
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Grimes. And it's good. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Here's Brunson outside. And Grimes pulls it down.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
And they committed an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And that's an intentional foul.
Paul George. That's his first personal foul. 13 foul.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. It's George on the drive. Yes!
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. That'll count if it goes. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So it's the 76ers taking the W. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.